Imagine being born into a family of 9 children and you being the oldest. Your mom is disabled and your dad makes minimum wage. Your dream is to attend college, but you have to go to work every day in order for your siblings to survive. You don't have enough money to even consider college as a choice. Hi, my name is Ewelina-z, and my persuasive speech will be why college education should be free. I will discuss why public college education is too expensive and solutions to make it free. Public college is too expensive. These are some stories I found in New York Times, which shows different people and how about colleges. Rebecca Phillips is a sophomore who has 2 jobs and helps her family. She can't afford to go to school because every year tuition increases by 9.3%. Dennis, who is 23 years old and lives in San Francisco, his mother is disabled and his dad is barely making ends meet. He works 7 days a week from 12 to 14 hours a day. He wants to go to work, school, and help his parents, but he has trouble accomplishing everything. He has no money to complete everything and is forced to drop out of college in order to survive. I know a guy who is not eligible for financial aid, scholarships, or grants. If he wants a school ID, he has to go through a process. So it's a lot of trouble for him to go to school, and it would cost him a lot of money. He wants to enroll, but many obstacles are standing his way. My cousin works 2 jobs and has been paying for school for 3 years. She always has some kind of money problems and barely getting by. USA Today said 64% of high school graduates go to college, but only 29% of them receive a bachelor's degree. 35% drop out in between those 4 years because of financial issues. If college was free, the percentage of bachelor's degrees would increase. Tuition is skyrocketing and incomes are decreasing. Unemployment rates are rising, and parents are being laid off from school, but somehow tuition is still increasing. Lisa Featherstone, who is the author of Higher Education Should Be Free and We Need a Movement to Make It So, brings up some good points. She says that Pell Grants have been available for 80% of students in 1990s, but more than half don't get the opportunity anymore. The National Center for Public Policy and Higher Education shows that 2/3 of students graduate in debt. They take out loans every semester and are stuck to pay a lot of money. According to the Project on Student Debt, average students take out $22,000 a semester and end up, after graduation, have to pay $176,000. A survey said in 2007 that 10% of students weren't sure that they would be able to graduate. There's 15,000 kids in John Jay, so every year 1,500 kids aren't sure that they are going to graduate. A quote stated by the Washington, D.C. United States Students Association said, in the next decade, up to 3.2 million qualified students will pass up the opportunity to go to college because of college expenses. Some students can't even afford books, which shows that more students are going to be dropping out. This graph shows an estimate of how much money students are paying every year. It's a graph from 2009 to 2010. Oh, whoops. 2010. It shows how much money and it shows what kind of college education. So for a 2-year college, $15,000 is spent a semester for room, board, school, transportation, textbook, and other expenses. For a 4-year college, it would be $20,000, and for a private college, it would be $40,000. Being able to afford everything can get costly, and having free education is better opportunity for those who strive to have an education. More degrees will be better jobs. 2-year colleges are cheaper, but they are also limited. Since 2009, enrollment in community college has fallen 300,000 students to 2.6 million. They may believe that the difficulty of registering for classes is the most important deterrent. Limited to amount of classes one can take is a problem. Students have to register first in order to get the classes they want, or they will be behind. Obama wants to lower costs and possibly make it free. He proposes a plan that doubled the number of federal work-study program jobs, give an extension of low interest rates on student loans, and an extension on the American Opportunity Tax Credit. Obama believes that this will help the colleges when it comes to helping families with their tuitions. The government also said if colleges don't stop raising tuitions and expenses, the financing of schools get from taxpayers will decrease. The officials in the California community colleges say that want to block the tuition increase in the schools because they say that students won't get the opportunity to take better classes. So solutions to make it free. Closing corporate loopholes. Laura Clausen, who is the author of Daily Cost, said, if education was free, the expense could easily be covered by closing some corporate tax loopholes. Recently, Democratic lawmakers want to make a bill to close corporate tax loopholes, providing money for the colleges. Clausen also said, eliminating tax cuts to the very wealthy will be a better step to make colleges free. Lowering military costs. She continues saying that if we split the $400 billion defense budget and separate between the colleges, it will also help the colleges be free. USA Today says the war costs are paid through present taxes and mostly paid pile for future generations, while the college costs are being paid for by parents and or long-time debts for college students. This means that while government focuses on the wars, the colleges focus on the families with the college students. USA Today also says families spend $64 billion in tuition a year to send 13.9 million students to public colleges and universities. Meanwhile, the U.S. has already spent $1.1 trillion on the war in Iraq and Afghanistan. This means they will spend $110 million annually. In other words, if the U.S. didn't spend so much money on wars, more than double the amount of students would be able to attend colleges for free. If we increase the taxes on the rich and devote the money to the schools, as well as stop concentrating and spending money on wars, public colleges could have the ability to be free. In conclusion, I hope you understand my view on why colleges should be free. I have discussed the problem with the cost of colleges today and the solutions about how to go about it. All academically qualified students who desire an education should be able to get one, without being worried about cost or being stuck in debt forever. Thank you.
Thank you.